So Jordan, we are weeks away from the first new Star Wars movie first live-action Star Wars movie in a decade. There's a lot of video games, the hype is building. So we're here to talk about the newest Star Wars video game that come out, Star Wars Battlefront. No, not the game from 2004. It's the one released in 2015 for the new consoles.
So yeah, it's the third game in the series now, brought to us this time by EA. It's out on PC.
And DICE.
And DICE.
So
and
now
of course,
it is literally a Battlefield game.
And of course Disney, I guess, as well now.
I guess.
Yeah, all right, so we're looking at Battlefront. It's a first-person shooter. It's obviously modeled a lot after, similar to Battlefield, kind of the same engine, kind of the same feel, but now we've got Star Wars. Now we've got all the crazy Star Wars vehicles and weapons and stuff.
And that's the thing you might be thinking earlier, it's like, hey, this is Star Wars and Battlefield. This is got like the coolest thing ever, right? And you think that by looking at the game and hearing it, because it looks and sounds amazing. Like, it is probably the best looking and best sounding game of the year.
Which you'd kind of expect from a Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point of Star Wars. I feel the first time I played it, I made sure I turned my speakers right up to get all that sound, and it's really a big experience.
But then you start playing it like, hey, this plays Battlefield, it plays fine. But then you find it's very, I don't want to say casual because that sounds horrible, but very streamlined, very straightforward. It's very just kind of cut down for the mainstream audience. So there's no classes, there's not a lot of modes, there's not a lot of maps. There's a big emphasis on a power-up system, which is kind of weird, but it plays fine enough.
I kind of like the power-up system. It's different to Battlefield. In Battlefield, they had a problem where everybody would just camp the same spot. Like, people who would only want tanks or planes would just sit there until a tank or plane spawned. Now it's random pickups out in the field, so you just be running around and you'll see a pickup. And I do enjoy the fact that the pickups are crazy overpowered in a multiplayer game. Like, the first time I got in an AT-AT, like, you're literally driving in an AT-AT on a battlefield and just mowing down people left, right, and center.
Just like the Battle of Hoth?
Yeah, so it feels great. It gives you that, you definitely get a lot of that big Battlefield experience. The moments you see in the trailers, they do happen.
Yeah.
When you're running across the field, there's TIE fighters exploding above you.
There is
Luke
shit
and
going
Darth
on.
Vader
Yeah,
is
there's
having
shit
a
going
fight.
on constantly, and it's great. But then the problem is you play it for a few hours and like you kind of see everything because there's, again, not a lot of modes, not a lot of maps. There's no single player, which isn't really a big problem for us because, let's face it, this is DICE, it's a multiplayer game. You're not gonna play this for single player, come on. Otherwise, yeah, it feels weird that like you just get through everything really quickly. And I don't know about you, but the question I have coming out of this is like, what is this game in a month or 2 months?
I'll tell you what it is in a month. It is a lot of DLC and Season Pass, as we've seen before in a lot of games coming out from EA. And the game, as some people describe it as shallow. Like, there are actually 9 game modes, but a bunch of them, like there's a handful of COD ripoffs. You got Capture the Flag, you got Domination or whatever. There's a few modes that are just useless. They're terribly designed. I don't know why you like, but I won't even get into that now. It's an interesting situation, but find it a bit devious how much they put season passes at the forefront of the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally one of the main options in the menu. There's multiplayer, single player, season pass. It's right in your face, and it's quite expensive as well.
I guess right now it's fine. Like, let's put it this way: if you're even thinking about getting to this game and getting onto matches, my recommendation is to get on this game now because who knows what it's going to be like in a month or two. It's fine, it plays fine, but if you're interested, maybe now's the best time to get it before the community dies out.